This is on behalf of the Prisoners Revolutionary Literature Fund. This letter was written by a former inmate entitled, "I Am a Woman." I'm writing to you about your campaign to furnish revolutionary newspaper subscription to prisoners. I think that is a wonderful idea, and I pledge $25 per month for the next 12 months to the campaign. I am a woman. About 8 years ago, I was locked up in 2 federal institutions in Florida for nearly 3 years. Part of the misery of incarceration is the complete, total control the oppressor has over the type of media and information you are exposed to. Television is allowed, but as we all know, that type of media exposure is not only unenlightening, but promotes the same values and worldview and only leads to fantasy life expectations. In prison, people are constantly inundated with the messages that they are all messed up, that the decisions they made in their lives led them to these tragic circumstances, and if they had behaved better, they wouldn't be in this situation. Well, I for one realize that the reasons many people are incarcerated is because they have learned their world outlook from the media, the schools, and the society overall, that promotes look out for number one and get money and material possessions however you can, and it doesn't matter who it hurts. Most of the women are there for offenses dealing with drugs or taking money in one way or the other. Unfortunately, many of these women are locked up and separated from their children because of their involvement with the men in their lives. Also, most of the women were foster children who were molested and or abused in their developing years. This newspaper represents the outlook of the oppressed in this country and world. It shows us which side we are on and the only way toward liberation for ourselves and the oppressed around the world. This information is so very needed behind the prison walls. I'm not saying the information is going to be widely embraced by the population, but there are some women there who see that this system we are living under is not working in their interest. In the institutions where I was locked up, 50% of the prisoners were Latina. This information not many people know in the world. They were desperately poor in their countries and saw selling and distributing drugs as a way to take care of their families. In many ways, that was their only choice because the local economies are driven by the demands of the United States. I learned of this by reading the revolutionary press. I think the women locked up should be exposed to this information and realize that this system cannot and will not create a good and happy life for them and their children, and that the only future they can expect in this present system is some form of misery for themselves and people in their class. It won't change with the color of the president. We have to change the world, but we first must understand it.